at the trade show.
So this right here.
Okay, let's move this so
That
that we
only
don't
has-
catch
Over there
on
by the
fire.
stage.
Okay, there we go.
Over there by the stage.
Thank you.
Marshmallows at the same time.
Thank you very much. Okay, there we go.
So not only am I a general contractor, but I'm a carpenter by trade. And so this here is like the no nonsense and for the DIYers out there who are trying to learn how to get as good as I am. This takes the guesswork out of it, right? So these guys have a product that's in development right now. They've actually been working with the University of Purdue, right, to develop this here. They're going to bring it to the market. I think it's an awesome market. A product. I think that it has a lot of legs also, especially this little piece right here that allows for quick toenailing of the studs. But it spaces everything out 16 on center. There's no more guesswork in carpentry with these guys right here of dynamic framers. Come on up, Big Hank.
Let's go, Hank!
Tell us a little bit about your product.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for Chris and Bob for having us up here. I'm Guillermo Rivera, and this is Hank Nick. We're the inventors of Dynamic Framer. And what it is, like Chris explained, is a three-piece kit designed to help do-it-yourselfers build walls accurately without that big contractor cost. Hank initially came up with the idea for the template because we're thinking about an idea for training for wall layout. So as we started to kind of walk it through, we realized there was a demand in the DIY space for helping people get the 16-inch on center dimension correct every time. Because it's, you think 16 inches on center, you can find it easily, but it's more challenging for people who aren't accustomed to doing it than you would think.
Right.
So as we developed the template lays out the studs, 16 inches on center exactly. You can place the studs inside of the template once it's set. We have a leveler that attaches to the stud, which will tell you when the top and the bottom plates are in alignment. So the wall is plumb and you're ready to build. You can attach the jig to the template and sort of like a Lego-like connection. It's got a little snap, goes right onto the template, and that'll give you the exact angle for making that toenail connection.
That's perfect.
Yeah, you can do it on the top of the stud as well.
Same here. Wow.
And what that does, it gives you the exact angle, and it also saves on the common problem of split studs, because you miss that angle quite often and it breaks.
So Guillermo, you said something, man, that really struck a chord with me, and you know this from being in the industry, right? There's just not a lot of skilled labor that's out there anymore. It's very hard to find these guys that know how to do this. So, I mean, this is like training the future right here, right? So,
yeah, and some of the skilled labor, like you mentioned, they're experienced carpenters can lay this out easily, but they do tend to like the jig. So we've developed a holder for the jig itself if you don't need the template, and Hank can talk about it.
So what this does is, instead of using the whole kit itself, you take this as a skilled person, place it on top, or place it on the bottom next to your stud, and able to toenail your screws into the stud without using the whole kit itself. So for the people who are professional, this is something you could use. The people who are do-it-yourselfers that want to learn and do this stuff at home, do it with the family, the kids, do it all by yourself, this is what you do. 60% of my business is framing walls. People are scared. They don't know. This is the best way for you to do it. Save money and time, all by yourself, or with your family or friends.
that's right. That's awesome. I think me and Yvonne might spend a Friday night just framing some walls up.
But I told Chris this when I saw this yesterday. We had a client that called us literally right before we were leaving for the conference, and they asked if we could fit them into the schedule of framing out their basement. And unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, we're booked out most of this year. So we weren't able to do that. But she is an avid DIYer. She just felt like she wasn't sure she could frame it out on her own. And then we saw your booth and it's like, oh my gosh, I just talked to her about this the other day. So I'm excited to share this with her. So I love the product.
Yeah, and along with that, we've developed an addition to this line called the DIY Dynamic Tool line, which will include angled walls, curved walls, which will help professionals as well, door openings and window openings. And it'll be attachments to the line.
Right. So this is still in development right now. You guys are trying to get it off the ground, right?
Yeah, like you said, we worked with Purdue University in Northwest Indiana to develop the prototype. This is the final prototype. So right now we're talking to a couple of different manufacturers about mass production and injection molding for a more sturdy product.
Okay. Any investment opportunities?
Always looking for investment.
We'll talk later.
Well, we love the product.
love
We
it.
really do, and we're
Yeah.
excited for people to start seeing it everywhere. And we're excited that we got to see it first here
Exactly. At NHS.
at NHS.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys.
Thank you guys
really
so much.
appreciate y'all
Yes, sir.
taking the time away
Thank
from
you,
your
Guillermo.
booth to come out.
Yep.
Thanks.